All right, which state is the leading producer of pistachios, honeydews, dates, and cantaloupes? It's Arizona. Now, let's check in with Charmel for some healthy foods.
All right, hi everybody. I hope that some of you out there like to cook. I know everybody likes to eat for the most part. I don't know anyone that doesn't like to eat. But I wanted to show you guys some quick recipes that you can do at home, probably with your mom and dad, or if your mom and dad say it's okay, you can show them the recipe and maybe they'll let you do it on your own. But I just want to show you how easy it is to make a breakfast fruit cup at home. So first of all, I have already cut up two oranges, almost two oranges. I have a little bit of orange left here, and I was going to show you. This orange is really nice and it doesn't have seeds. But if you get an orange with seeds in it, just make sure and get the seeds out because you don't want to bite into a seed. And then when you're cutting things, it's probably easier if you just take one segment at a time and just cut. And you want to make sure your fingers are at the end, so you're not going to be cutting your fingers. Oranges are pretty easy to slice, so if you have a good knife. Also, it's important when you're cutting, you want to use a knife that is at an appropriate size for what you're cutting. So if you're cutting something pretty small, this is a small knife. This is a paring knife that's working really well with this. So we just finished cutting up the rest of those oranges, and this is two oranges. These are pretty big oranges. And then just one banana, and I'm gonna finish again. I'm gonna put my hands at the very back and just make little slices in the banana. Again, bananas are super soft and easy to cut through. And I didn't show you before I started, but the first thing I did was wash my hands. I forgot to tell you that. That's always the most important thing when you're making something to eat for yourself or for anybody, of course, because that gets all the germs off of our hands. So then we're not going to be putting them in our mouth when we're eating. All right, so then I just have a bowl and I'm going to put these oranges that are all sliced. Those are really yummy oranges in the bowl. Add the banana. Probably could have had a little bit bigger bowl. Add this nice ripe banana in there. And I'm gonna mix those both up a little bit. And this is enough for 4 people if you follow the recipe. Of course, you could make it a little bit less if you're just making enough for you, or maybe you're making it for your mom and you, or your brother, or somebody. So you can just use a little bit less fruit. And now we're gonna put in a 1/3 cup of yogurt, which actually I'm probably just gonna use this whole. This is almost a 1/3 cup as it is, so it's actually a little bit more than that. But I'm just using regular yogurt. You don't have to use dairy yogurt. You can also use coconut yogurt, almond yogurt. Some people can't have just regular dairy, so that you can use those alternative yogurts that are really, really good. They're just as good as regular yogurt. I mostly buy them, but I like to get this yogurt every once in a while too. So if you can have dairy yogurt, that is fine. So they're just gonna mix that all up really good. I could have picked a little bit bigger bowl. And then if you like cinnamon is really good for you. By the way, fruits and vegetables are so good for you. And I know you guys hear that all the time. We're just using fruits today. But the reason they're so good for you is because they are full of vitamins and minerals, which are so important. We don't get those in all the foods that we eat, so it's really important to eat lots of fruits and vegetables. So this is going to be a breakfast or a snack that's full of fruits and vegetables. Okay, and then cinnamon. If you don't like cinnamon, you don't have to put the cinnamon, but I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on top. Cinnamon is really good for you, and I think it tastes really good. It kind of gives this a whole nother flavor that just gives it another level of flavor, which is yummy. And then these, you do not have to add any of these. Just like this, it would be really good. You could use raisins. I just happen to have some dried cranberries, so I'm just going to put those on top, but raisins would be really yummy in this. And this just adds a nice red, pretty color. these are just options. If you want to add some granola, you can put a little bit of granola on top. And then some nuts. These are sliced almonds, but you could use any kind of nuts that you want. And then that's a nice breakfast. This would be a wonderful breakfast because the yogurt has some protein, the fruits, you're getting lots of vitamins and minerals. If you put the nuts, you're getting more protein. So that's a good serving right there. And put that spoon. And then I wanted to show you one more really quick, easy recipe that you can do. I know a lot of you like to have something spicy. Maybe some of you don't, but I hear sometimes when I'm in schools that you guys like those spicy chips. And this is a definite healthy alternative to getting something spicy, but it doesn't always have to be chips. Chips are okay sometimes, but most of the time we want to be eating foods that are really good for us and have lots of nutrients. So first of all, you'll see I changed my knife to cut this cucumber. I'm going to keep my fingers at the very end while I'm cutting this, and then I'm just going to kind of put my knife forward and pull it back when I'm making these cuts of this cucumber. Hopefully you guys like cucumbers. They are really good for you. They are also a fruit because they have seeds in them, even though a lot of times we think of them as a vegetable because they're not sweet. So I'm just gonna put these on a plate. And this looks really healthy. It is really healthy. It looks really yummy. If you had friends coming over, you could make a plate full of these. And then we're going to just squeeze a little bit of lime on top. So I'm using my small knife again, keeping my fingers on one side of the lime, being very careful. And then we're just going to squeeze some lime on the top of this cucumber. You could leave it just like that if you wanted, or add salt and pepper, or this is just a little bit of, this is chili lime seasoning, but just even chili powder. If you have chili powder at home, anything that cayenne pepper, anything like that would give it a little bit more spice. And then that looks really pretty and it tastes really good too. All right, well I hope you guys will try these recipes at home. I'm gonna send them with you in your bag that you're gonna get for Body Walk, and along with some other fun recipes that you can try at home with your parents, or not a vegetable, or an adult. So there's roasted roots vegetables, fruity s'mores, and then some black bean tacos that you can try at home. I'm gonna send these in your bag. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy. I hope you have fun cooking at home like I do, and we will see you soon.